Hollow Knight is one of the most successful indie games of all time. Witness is my entire first playthrough with all my highs. Let's go! And all my lows. No! I'm into... This video took forever to make, but I'm so thrilled with how it turned out, and I hope you are too. Enjoy my pain, and I'll see you at the end. With the notoriety surrounding this game being so high, I decided to gather my community, go live, and test fate with them. After figuring out the basic controls and successfully taking on the first enemy, we made it cleanly through the tutorial and smashed open a rock wall which allowed us to descend into Hollow Nest. The first town you stumble into is Dirtmouth, which grants you access to the whole world. And while wandering around, I met Cornifer and the Last Stag, two incredibly helpful NPCs. After these meetings, I found myself at the first boss of the game. How would this go? Will I succeed? Will I fail? So many questions racing in my head. That was easy. I beat her first try and my confidence surged. I beat the first boss of the game. First try. How could this game possibly get hard? And then I was immediately humbled as I stumbled into a Huskard who properly put me in my place.
Okay, bro, watch your game!
After fighting my shade to get my soul and Geo back, I found myself facing off against the first real boss, the False Knight. With his large health pool and diversity of his attacks, he's a great obstacle for new players. Granted, I beat him first try and proceeded to rob his corpse of the city crest. After defeating the False Knight, a Snail Shaman gives us our first spell, which is an extremely valuable tool because they deal massive damage in huge areas compared to the nail. I then quickly learned beds of spikes are far more dangerous than they appear, and then chat taught me nail hopping or pogoing, a way to transverse the spikes without damaging yourself. I learned pogoing far earlier than I was supposed to. And because of this, I stumbled into the Brooding Moloch boss fight. Logically, I thought that this was the next fight. However, after quickly dying to this thing, I'm dead, I can't dodge that! Chat kindly informed me that I was an idiot and had fallen for a classic ruse.
We've been tricked, we've been backstabbed, and we've been quite possibly bamboozled.
Without hesitation, my stubborn dumbass headed straight back into the fight to take it on once again. There's a little slot I could have dodged. Yo, let's go! Second try! After getting the appropriate amount of hype, I got right back on track and headed through Green Path, one of my absolute favorite areas of the game. It's beautifully designed, and because it's where we first meet Hornet, every Hollow Knight player's waifu. Hornet has two fights throughout the game that are both fantastic, even though her first is very straightforward. She has a bunch of light attacks with every once in a while yelling, "Stop!" With a couple other interesting attacks she throws in to add a little spice. Also, I have to add, listen to this soundtrack. It's absolutely amazing. Hornet's efforts to snuff out my spirits were to no avail because this was another first try boss fight. So good though. First try! I grabbed my Mothwing cloak to unlock the ability to dash, had a seance with some spirits, and met a variety of new NPCs, all before grabbing one of my favorite items in the game, the Mantis Claw. This gives you the ability to climb up walls, and it combined with the dash ability make the movement in this game feel so smooth. Now, with more areas unlocked, I upgraded my weapon and headed on to the City of Tears, where we are met with more gorgeous animations and our one love Hornet. After some brief dialogue, I ventured upwards to fight the Soul Master.
Your soul is mine.
And was interrupted by a mistake. So fucking jank. That's its actual name. The Soul Master boss fight is honestly really well designed. His first phase revolves around magic-based projectiles and teleporting, while his second phase is based around him putting his body on the line and trying to manically finish us off. I also proved once again that this game is easy, as I conquered him on my first try. That's definitely death now. That is a dead thing. I scooped up our second spell, Desolate Dive, which is a ground smash attack the Soul Master repeatedly used. Immediately after this fight, chat insisted I head straight into the Royal Waterways to fight the Fluke Marm. which is probably one of my least favorite bosses in this game, solely because it makes me uncomfortable to look at. Also, it could be attributable to the amount of pain it caused me. After a couple tries though, we defeated her. I don't like where this is going. Why is this so hard? It's just they're so fast! They're just so fast! Oh! 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 No! That weird bounce! No! That's a trade! Let's go! Let's go! We were rewarded with Luke Nest? What is that? Following this fight, we beat the Dung Defender first try. Yes, first try! Explored Crystal Peaks to find the Crystal Heart, which unlocked another new ability. After dying to some more shenanigans, I found... Ah! I hate this game. I really absolutely hate this game. I found Shio, who taught me a sword ability, and I found myself at 3 Mantis Lords. This fight's soundtrack would make a deaf man hear again, and how the second phase takes the first phase and doubles it to heighten the pace was such an excellent choice. I have nothing but praise to give this fight. It also helps that I beat it first try. One dead. Another one dead. Easy, dude! After spending an embarrassing amount of time wandering around, I finally found myself in the ancient basin, facing off against the broken vessel, which in the lore is essentially if the main character died and got infected by the infection. After dying on the first attempt while trying to figure out his moveset. What is that? What is that? No! We took him out on the second try and grabbed the Monarch wings, unlocking our double jump. With our new increase in mobility, I bounded over to Kingdom's Edge, where Hornet fight number 2 begins. The second Hornet fight is exactly like the first one, except she's faster, her attacks have larger hitboxes, she has new attacks, and enters a phase 2 where spikes are placed all around the arena, making it very difficult to navigate. So, after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 deaths, she was defeated, allowing us access to grab the King's Brand. Let's go! Eat shit, Hornet! This opens a door to the Abyss, a new area we have not been yet. So logically, I went straight to the City of Tears, where I was informed I needed to find 3 Dreamers: Monoman the Teacher, Lurien the Watcher, and Hera the Beast. In this moment, I got transported into the Dream Realm and was gifted the Dream Mail, an item that grants us the potential to fight a variety of new enemies and interact with the Dreamers.
Have you ever had a dream that you had.
After fighting Zero, No Eyes, and Gorb, 3 of the lesser Dreamers, I tripped into Mado's chambers.
What are you doing, step bro?
Where I learned a nail art I was never going to use again. After going through my least favorite area in the game, I found the first Dreamer, Hera, with the most insane boss fight so far. And after the fight, we find out that this was actually Hornet's mother. With 1 Dreamer's mask collected, I was now trying to find the second. However, the game had other plans. I was interrupted by a gang of Watcher Knights, and I started having flashbacks because it seemed oddly familiar. Oh, let's go! That's class!
Every day I wake up.
On my 3rd attempt, they were dismantled, and I was able to beat them, meet Lurien, and borrow their soul. It turns out I'm really bad at exploring and I missed a lot of areas. So, while trying to figure out how to get to the 3rd Dreamer, I found a new spell and Isma's Tear, which will allow me to swim through pools of acid, allowing access to a large part of the map I had previously missed. After some minor problems with jellyfish, I found Quirrell waiting outside the teacher's archives and ventured inside with him, where I found Umumu, a giant infected jellyfish whose boss fight is essentially a gimmick fight where you wait for Quirrell to strike, allowing us to finally damage it. Honestly though, for a gimmick fight, it is quite enjoyable because Quirrell is so badass and the arena is set up in such a cool way that forces you to use all your mobility to avoid their electric attacks. It's actually really well done. After defeating Amumu, Quirrell helps us reach the Dream Realm for Monomon and gets the final mask unlocked for the Temple of the Black Egg. The Temple of the Black Egg is the place housing the final boss of the main story, the Hollow Knight. Maybe I missed something throughout the game, but I loved this so much. I thought I was the Hollow Knight, making it all that more dramatic of a fight. His boss fight is so memorable. The fight starts with us breaking his chains and freeing him. He shrieks and the title card shows. His attacks are fast and the environment is perfectly fitting of the final boss. His second phase is when the situation escalates, with new attacks making it harder to get in and hit him. Now sit back and enjoy the highlights of the final boss of Hollow Knight. He's just Hornet, but bigger. Little does he know, I didn't dodge his parry. I'm just dog shit at the game. He's gonna start splooging! What is that? What is that? Whoa, that's new. Easy for a man of my caliber. I got parried so hard. I feel like he's gotta almost be dead. He's like wearing... Yeah, that was it. Suck that up. Alas, he fell like many of the others. First try, and that was it. I was now sealed away in the Temple of the Black Egg, becoming the Hollow Knight. After beating the game on stream, I learned there is a ton left in the game. There's a variety of bosses I never saw, and the Pantheon of the Hollownest. If beating the Pantheon of the Hollownest is something you're interested in seeing, please let me know down in the comments below, along with anything else you'd like to see from Hollow Knight. I'm always up for new challenges and exploring these games. Thank you so much for making it this far in the video. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed, do be sure to like and subscribe. It means a lot. It helps get this video out there and helps grow the channel. On that note, have a great rest of your day. Stay safe and peace.